Welcome to My SoberTruth, the podcast where we talk about the issues that are holding you back from flourishing in your life. This is where we break the chains of fear and resentment while learning to live in gratitude, how to stay focused and keep your life on a positive track even in the face of adversity. I'm your host, Sean Smith Sr., so grab yourself a cup of coffee and stay tuned as we dig in deep on these tough issues and we try to help you find your sober truth. Hi, folks. I just wanted to take a minute this morning and talk to you about one of my favorite topics. That's gratitude. We are going to talk a lot about gratitude here on My SoberTruth. For me, it's one of the keys to trying to live my best life, and it's making sure I live in gratitude and being thankful for what I have. Also, I try to remember to be thankful for the lessons that I get to learn. Sometimes those are a little tougher. For me, living in gratitude means understanding that my life is going to be okay. I'm very thankful for that. Maybe that doesn't sound so exciting, People want a grand life. They want a tremendous life. They want a fabulous life. Well, honestly, I feel like that's what I have. If I break it down to the brass tacks of the situation, what I really have is a life of peace and purpose. The reason that I can be so grateful for it is because I have the tools to be able to handle whatever comes at me. Life can throw at me all kinds of curveballs and throw wrenches at me, and I can go through times when I feel like I'm getting poked with prickly pears and cactuses. There's just those times in life that are difficult. The serenity and the gratitude comes from being thankful and being happy that I'm able to handle these situations. I don't have to drink. I'm an alcoholic, so every day that I don't drink is a pretty good day for me. Because if I do start drinking, I'm going to do it to excess. That's what my past behavior tells me. That's what my scorecard shows me. And now that I know the things that I know about alcoholism, I can't drink if I want a good life. I can't drink successfully. Let me just say that I could go have a drink, but I can't do it successfully. A lot of people can. A lot of people aren't alcoholics. I am. So let's start off this week by giving you a couple of tips that I use in my life. Some things that you can go out and do in your life right now to help you live your best life. If you're not doing these, give them a try. What's it going to hurt? I don't believe it'll make your life any worse. As a matter of fact, I truly believe that it'll help make your life better, even if you're not an alcoholic. So one of the things that you can do right now today, even if you're listening to this in the middle of the day or getting towards the end of your night and you're about to go to bed, doesn't matter. You can do it anytime. Make a gratitude list. Sit down and give yourself a number, whether it's 3 things, 5 things, 10 things. I don't know how long you need or want your gratitude list to be. This is a great thing to do to get your head going in the right direction in the mornings when you wake up. Some people find better results when they actually physically write it down on paper. You're already going to be thinking about these things that you are happy to have in your life. Make that list. Get your mind working in that direction. Get your mind ready to live a gratitude-filled day. So that's my first tip. Wake up in the morning and give yourself a gratitude list. And like I was saying earlier, you can do it again during the day. You can take a reset, do it again, another gratitude list, and get your head back right. Moving on now to number 2. Something that I use all the time is the serenity prayer. I love to say the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Wow. Doesn't get much stronger than that. I've been known to say that 50 times in a row when I was having a really bad time of something. I used it a lot when I first came in the program. I still use it a lot, but I can remember walking around work and holding these huge resentments and saying that prayer 50 times to myself, just walking around until it started to sink in. And I would just keep saying it. And I would tell myself, I'm not going to quit saying this in my mind. Not going to stop this mental exercise until I feel this attitude I have start to change. And at some point it will break. You may not break yourself totally of the resentment, but you will break yourself of what's going on in the moment. At least that's the way it's worked out for me. So number 2, keep that serenity prayer handy. The third thing I use is to remove myself from a situation. When I feel like there's something going on and I'm not going to have any control over it, or I can feel that resentment starting to pop up, I can feel those things starting to happen, the kind of things that make me feel a little out of control, I can remove myself from that situation. I can get away from it. Maybe sometimes not but for 10 seconds. I can remove myself. I can get my head out of the situation. And once again, when I say remove myself from the situation, let's just say I'm sitting in a meeting at work. Sometimes removing myself from the situation might be getting up and going to the restroom. Other times removing myself from a situation might be me taking 10, 20 seconds in my head and going back to number 2 and reciting the Serenity Prayer. But removing myself from that situation, getting my head out of that stinking thinking and the darkness that's starting to creep in, I want out of that. And this is one of the tools that I use to get me out of that. So there are 3 things that you can use: a gratitude list, recite the Serenity Prayer, remove yourself from the situation. All 3 of those things work great in my life. You can go out and do it, and you can use these things today, right now. You can start building yourself a better life. I believe these things help. They help me. If they do help you, drop us a line down in the comments and let us know. Let us know some other things you have, some other things that you use to help you out. We want to know about this stuff, guys. We want to talk about it. We want to keep these conversations open and moving forward. That's what we're about here at My Sober Truth. I'm really excited to let you guys know that later this week on Thursday, we'll be dropping our first ever interview episode with my friend Karen W. Karen will be sharing with us some of the tools she likes to use in her life to stay living in gratitude. I know you won't want to miss it, so stay tuned. That's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you all have a great day today and every day until we meet again. Love you.